The Steam sale has come and gone, and you've picked up any number of games, and you just can't fit them all onto your hard drive. Or maybe you're like me and you've already got somewhere around 200 titles, not including mods, to put on that single hard drive as well. Or maybe you just built a brand new PC and got a hold of one of the elusive 3000 series graphics cards from NVIDIA or the 6000 series from AMD. And you've now got access to variable bus memory, and your ability to load straight off of an SSD means that you built your system with a solid state drive instead of a traditional hard drive, and you just don't have enough space for everything. Today, we're gonna actually talk about the solution to that and show you how to do it, because believe it or not, with Steam, it's really straightforward. To set this up is pretty straightforward. You're actually just gonna need a system that is running Steam, or really just the Steam executable, a new hard drive to put it on, doesn't matter if it's spinning or solid state, and just a bit of time, to be honest. Go ahead and install your hard drive as instructed. If it's NVMe, there are tutorials for that. I don't really have much time to show too much except for some B-roll of me doing it. If it's a standard SATA drive, again, pretty straightforward stuff. Your computer must, of course, have space to put in the hard drive that you're trying to put in. After that is installed, all you need to do is locate disk management. You can go down to the search bar and actually type it in. It will pop up and it will look something like this. Now, all you need to do is you need to locate the new drive that you just put in. You'll notice that it has a black bar where its name should be and everything because it hasn't been formatted yet. Now, all you have to do is go ahead, create a new volume, click all the way through. You don't need to change anything about it, and it will work perfectly fine from here. If you go into file management, you'll see that the drive itself is now here. Go ahead and give it a catchy name. I named mine Steam Vault. And I also have a secondary drive that I call my gaming drive, which is actually a solid state drive that I have in my system. To get Steam installed on a drive that isn't the one for the OS is a little tricky, but not all that complicated. After you download Steam, it's going to be in your downloads folder. You can just simply go ahead and take that whole thing, cut or copy into the new drive and run. From there, it will actually install into that drive specifically, but just make sure that the destination is set correctly before you hit install. Now, if you've already got it installed, moving it over is also pretty simple. You just need to locate the Steam folder, which is located in Program Files. From there, just cut and paste or copy and paste if you want to preserve the original data into the new drive. This is gonna copy all of your games and Steam to the new drive. That being said, your original shortcut will no longer work, so you either need to redirect it by going into the properties and changing where it directs to, or what I prefer to do, and the easier way, is to just delete the old shortcut, and after you run off of the new hard drive, go ahead and just pin that version of Steam to the taskbar. From there though, you've now got Steam on your own drive, but what about a secondary location? The main part of this video. Well, this is actually also really simple and straightforward. All you need to do is copy the same Steam folder minus Steam apps. Steam apps are your games, like all of your games in one place. And to copy and paste them, we'll actually copy and paste however many gigabytes you have over here. For me, on my main drive, I'd be copying over 1 terabyte of data from a solid state to a spinning drive, which would take a while. So instead, removing the Steam apps from the list of things that you want to copy over, you can go ahead and copy that entire folder in and just create a new Steam apps folder. It's pretty straightforward from here. Now, from there, you are gonna have to find a little setting in Steam. Now go up to the top over here, click Preferences. You're gonna see this blue screen that pretty much has a bunch of information on it, and it looks kind of complicated. Go down to where it says Downloads, and you'll see this spot up here. Now, go ahead and click there. You'll notice that now it looks an awful lot like how we see our directories in File Explorer. Go ahead and add your new drive to it, direct it to that Steam folder, and Steam will take the rest. Now, when you install games, you'll actually have an option on which drive to install on. Do you want to install on your game drive, or do you want to install on your Vault? And because in my situation, my vault is actually much larger than my Steam drive. I generally put most games on there because the difference is minimal between solid state or standard hard drive when it comes to most games. From there, all of your games will actually just show up right in the list. And if you need to add more drives in the future, all you have to do is repeat these steps. To be completely honest, this is actually one of the easiest things you can do to add more space to your growing library. Now, as mentioned earlier, there is a bit of a problem if you try to do this with other companies, and we'll kind of touch on them a little bit. For example, if you want to do this for Unreal, you have to make sure that Unreal is installed on the drive in question. You can put Unreal on a different drive than the OS, but it will fight you the entire time, and you will have to kind of redirect it a lot to get it there. I personally have Unreal on its own drive altogether, completely separated from my Steam games. When it comes to other things like the Windows Store, they're so ingrained in the OS that unfortunately installing on another drive actually becomes very difficult. And Microsoft has not really given us a very good solution for not having a massive Windows drive. And personally, I've seen that a lot of programs rely heavily on things and directories inside the Microsoft OS that making them move over is fairly complicated in most cases. But thankfully, Steam made it easy, and hopefully you guys were able to follow along. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, I do content like this all the time. My last tutorial on here was actually one involving AMD drivers, and if you're having problems with those, go ahead and check it out. Thank you guys for watching again. Wolfie, out.